2, 3. Yo, what it do? What it do? We got the ghetto recording going on here. You know, Chicano style. Uh, I mean, we got Eddie P, from Xicano Xperience. We finally were able to link up and try to have a conversation together. And you know, we just got some thoughts that we want to ask each other, and hopefully, you know, you guys enjoy it and give us your thoughts and point of view about this. So, you know, Eddie, you live out there in the East Coast, North Carolina, South Carolina.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. South Carolina.
And let me start off by how is it so far being Chicano out there in South Carolina?
Man, you know what? I'm like an alien out here, bro. I'm like an alien. It's funny because, you know, people have a real what Mexican Americans look like. You know, Mexican people in general. You know, they have this conception that we're all short and dark and stocky and everything. And you know, me, I don't look like that. So when they see me, they me. So I try to educate the people here that we're diverse people. We come in all shades, shapes, and sizes, and yeah, man, that's pretty much it. I'm a foreigner here, basically, but I like it. I like it though. I'm representing.
That's cool. That's cool.
From my bed.
Hey, are you voting?
No, hell no. I'm not gonna vote. If I vote, I might. I thought of voting for Jill Stein, just to support some of my friends. I have a friend that's voting for her.
Yeah.
He's real green, you know, and all about the environment and shit like that. So he's voting for her. I might support her just for that. But you know, I'm not gonna vote. I'm really not. What about you?
I don't think I'm gonna vote either. I don't know who to vote for, Toothface or the Joker. It's a hard decision.
The turd sandwich or the giant douche?
Yeah.
Did you see the debate?
What happened?
Did you see the debate?
No, I didn't even watch it. People.
It ain't even worth watching, bro.
Yeah, I seen your video.
It ain't worth watching. He did. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it ain't even worth watching.
Yeah, I know that's what I heard. But I mean, since we got Eddie here, let me ask you on, you know, what you feel about, you know, just our community right now, as in a people since the past like 20 years. It really feels like the Chicano Mexican community hasn't been a relevant community, and you know, we're not out there making our, you know, community relevant and pushing betterment in our people's minds.
Yeah, man. I think what we and you are doing is a good thing. You know, with our channels. That's why I started my channel really, because I'm gonna start a domino effect. You know,
Yeah.
I want more people like you and me to just sit behind a camera and try to educate people about what we're really about, man. Because it seems like when people think of Mexican Americans, they think of us as gang members. They think of us as drug dealers or hoodlums or lowlifes. You know, if you watch any movie with Mexican Americans in them, you're not gonna see them in positive roles, and that's why our community isn't relevant, because that's all people see when they see us. They see gangs, they see drugs, you know. And I mean, I'm down with that Chicano style, the low riders and the Chicano rap, obviously, all that stuff. But I think we need to also try to educate the people, man. You know, and just spread the knowledge about the Chicano movement, everything that we accomplished, Westminster, you know what I mean? The walkouts. You know, we were some of the first people to do all that. Remember when Obama was running for president? His slogan was "Si se puede." Yes, we can.
Yeah.
That came from us.
Yeah.
That came from us, and ain't nobody even recognized that shit.
Yeah.
So that's a damn shame, man. But yeah, that's why I'm doing my channel, for that very reason.
What
Trying to
ma-
make our community relevant.
what made you start, like, you just had the urge one day, you're like, you know what, I'm just gonna go for it? You were thinking about it weeks or months before?
Yeah, pretty much, man. I mean, it's not something I had planned out. Not something I planned out. Like, you know what? Next week I'm gonna just start start talking shit and upload it on YouTube. You know, it actually started out on a Cinco de Mayo of I think it was 2014. Yeah, I think sometime in late 2014, early 2015. It was a Cinco de Mayo. I had went on Facebook on my phone, and I was just talking shit about Cinco de Mayo. You know, I posted it on my Facebook page, and some of my friends commented on it, and they said it was funny and it was cool. So I thought, you know what, hey, maybe I should try to do more of these kind of rants. And I just did that one video, my very first video. I still have it up, talking about Chicanos in the media, and I wasn't really planning to continue after that, but I figured, you know, why not? Why not? Let's go ahead and do it.
Yeah, why not? Yeah. When was it that you came about understanding the false labeling of the community of our people and the misguidance a little bit of us just being wrapped up in the Spanish identity?
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'd have to give some credit to the Mexica movement. Actually, believe it or not, you know, the Mexica movement is not really an organization that I agree with completely, but they actually really helped me out with that because I went onto their website. This was years ago.
Yeah.
This was years ago, man. This was like maybe 2008 or 2007 or something. I was a little chavalito still. I was 16, 17, and you know, I always had a consciousness of us being native people to this land because my mom already educated. But I was wondering why the school system wasn't acknowledging that or anybody else. So I went onto the internet and I started doing more individual research, and the Mexica movement, their website came out. And I started seeing all their ideologies, you know, their principles and everything, and that actually woke me up a little bit, man. I seen I don't identify with Nica and Tlaca. I think the whole Nica and Tlaca thing is kind of I don't think it unites us all because not everybody spoke Nahuatl. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't, like Cherokee people ain't Nica and Tlaca. Seminole people aren't gonna identify with Nica and Tlaca. You know what I'm saying? But the Mexica movement helped me to differentiate, you know, Latino, Hispanic, Mexican, indigenous, and all that stuff. So I have to give credit to them to some extent, man.
Yeah. I know, cause like even for me, as I understood, it was real, just like, you know, awakening. I was really surprised to understand, you know, that even in schools they don't recognize, like, while you so-called Hispanics are indigenous, you know, especially growing up in California where there's nothing but Mexicans, and in the classroom they tell us that natives are just on reservations, and you know.
Yeah, you know, it's funny, in South Carolina where I'm at, as far as the people here are concerned, the natives were all killed and all wiped out.
Yeah.
That's what they be saying. You know what I'm saying? I tell them that's not true. You know, we're still alive and well. What do you think Mexicans are?
Yeah.
And that just blows their minds up. You know what I'm saying? They're like, what? Mexicans? The Mexicans are Mexican. Like, exactly. Where's Mexico? Where's Mexico at?
Yeah.
Well, it's in the Americas, is it not? You know, so we gotta educate our people, man.
Yep. I mean, it's just a lot of people, when I read or I tell people about what I'm doing, or they're curious about how I'm doing what I do, and I tell them you gotta read, and you know, I'll even tell them, like, you could watch the Mexica movement YouTube, sit back and chill, and you know, to some people it's still too much though, you know. They're like, you know, they told me straight up it's too much to read and to even watch a video that, you know, you don't even gotta do nothing but listen. And so it's just kind of pretty sad sometimes on what people will put their efforts into, entertainment more than education.
Yeah, man, that's productivity, man. We gotta. That's another problem with our people too, is that we're not very productive in that respect. Ourselves, I mean, we're quick to learn about other people's histories. You know, I see a lot of Chicanos, you know, reading about Malcolm X and Garvey and all those people, which is good. Don't get me wrong, that's good, but we gotta take the time to learn our own history too. You
Yeah.
know, and that's a shame. A lot of us don't do that.
Yeah. Yeah. That is. I mean, what is your thoughts on just this? Just the gang stuff still going on that really because between the black community, at least the Bloods and Crips are aware of when they need to unite against the system, and our people, we don't have that, too much pride or something.
Yeah,
Is
definitely, man. Yeah, that's the kind of issue that will probably never be solved, man. Unfortunately, that's the kind of issue that probably will never be solved. It's just our people are so stubborn, and the difference between our people and the black people, I think, is that they have a longer history as far as being oppressed by the Anglos in the United States. Our history is a little different. We're a conquered people. We were already here. They were brought here. So I think it's easier for their people, as far as the Bloods and the Crips. I think it's easier for them to be conscious of that unity part, because they have a longer history with being oppressed. So yeah, man, that's an issue that probably will never be solved. Unfortunately, there's always gonna be dumbass people trying to come up over, trying to get over on others and never uniting.
yeah, yeah. I mean, how was it when you lived in LA for you? I never been in LA, and grew up, born and raised, California.
Yeah. Hey, I never been in North Cali, man. I never
Yeah,
been. Actually, I've been to San Jose when I was a little. I don't even remember that, but my grandma's actually from San Jose. She's from San Jose, but yeah, man, it was. You know what? We had our fair share of gangs and stuff, but I'm from the San Fernando Valley, so it's a little more laid back as far as gang activity. At least it was when I was there.
yeah,
I heard it got way worse nowadays, but yeah, man, we had our fair share of gangs, but it was pretty laid back, to be honest.
yeah, yeah. That's pretty interesting. How do you feel so far about the channel, your accomplishments?
Oh man, you know what? Well, I don't really see. I don't think I've accomplished anything
Well,
quite yet, man.
yeah,
But I'm excited about it because I've reached over 500 subscribers. I never thought I'd get 100 subscribers, bro. So that's that's a big deal for me. But other than that, man, I have a lot of work to do. I still want to continue to make better videos. I want to get a better camera because my webcam sucks really bad. As you can see, my shit's probably in slow motion right now.
I'm recording off the phone.
Is that right? Well, that works for you, bro. You know what I mean? I try to have a little station right here. I got my Frida Kahlo painting posted up behind me, watching my back. But yeah, man, I ain't accomplished nothing yet until I see more young Chicanos starting their own YouTube channels.
Yeah.
Chicanos that are smarter than me. Smarter than both of us. I want to see educated ass Chicanos start their own YouTube channel and put out really good content, and hopefully I could help that. Hopefully you could help that.
Yeah.
What did you hope? What do you hope to accomplish with your channel? That's what I want to know.
Man, I'm hoping to just bring awareness to just Chicanos' minds, to just give yourself a thought individually, like, because I get comments of people making remarks about what I'm talking about, saying, I'm weak or I'm a dropout. It's mostly kids. I know it's like 18, 16 years old kids that are saying this stuff, most likely.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it doesn't really bother me, but I'm not saying, like, everyone is just gonna unite at once, or, just for a Norteño or Sureño to just start hugging. But as individuals, we have to start wanting better amongst yourselves. If this is your homeboy from the same hood, you guys are really supposed to be best friends. Why don't you together individually then make a pair of two people changing, making accomplishments together? I mean, I don't know. I'm just trying to hopefully give some youngsters some thought, that whoever come across, to make them think twice at least.
Exactly. exactly. That's what you should be doing, man. Hell yeah, because you're very smart, man. I mean, your videos, you go deeper. You know what I mean? Like me, I like to do entertainment too. You know, I try to keep a balance between being informative and educational, but at the same time, I do Chicano rap. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm trying to be like a variety. I try to do some entertainment and some, but I like what you do, man. You do a lot of informative stuff. You read a lot of shit, which I don't do. I ain't even gonna lie, man. I don't read a whole lot of stuff. I try to do some research, but I get caught up in my stuff. But yeah, you do a good job, bro.
Yeah, appreciate that. But I know it's pretty hard. It's to get interviews. People are not always quick to want to be on a camera. People are pretty shy. So like that's why when I'm able to get somebody, especially someone at least with some thought that I know that's trying in life, then I'll put them on. If I know that they're individually trying in life, then I'll put them on. I know they got some thought, but I mean, man, I'm just hoping young Chicanos slowly but surely, just come across our channels, give some put some thought into their mind, into our community.
We got a great awakening.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty I mean, to me, people don't take what I'm doing serious myself, people may just see it as a phase that I'm going through, or even they think that I'm on some weird stage. Even I just seen a buddy of mine just 2 days ago, and he was like, "Man, you're on some weird stuff." He's like, "You're talking about we're not." Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, "You're talking about we're not Mexican." I said, "No, we're not Latino." See, I can make videos. Look, I can make videos, put down all the information, and they still won't get it. They still don't understand it.
Oh, they'll never get it, bro. They'll never get it. You know what? Everybody has to go through their own individual transformation. You can't convince nobody to transform in that state of mind. It's been pushed on us for so long. The Latino image, the Hispanic image, and nobody even knows what it is.
Yeah.
People call themselves Hispanic. They don't even know what it is, what it really means.
Yeah.
That's the main issue right there. We just openly accept it. Like, oh, I'm Hispanic. But if you look at the definition of a Hispanic, a person of Hispaniola, a Spaniard, a Spanish person, they push that on us because we speak Spanish, but it doesn't mean that we're fucking from Spain. If me and you were to go to Spain tomorrow, we'd stand out like fucking a big elephant in the room, man.
Yeah.
Our Spanish, I know your Spanish is bad, my Spanish is bad.
I don't even speak Spanish.
You gotta learn, bro. You gotta learn. Hey, I gotta learn too. Shit, my Spanish is bad, but
The only reason why I would want to learn Spanish would be to try to communicate with for the knowledge, to explain, to people about. Other than that, I wouldn't really care if I didn't have to learn it. But I mean, at the same time, I feel like I'm able to reach the people who are around me. Especially like Chicanos like me. There's a lot of Chicanos in Northern Cali who didn't grow up being your stereotype Mexicans of speaking Spanish and being Catholic, and it changed a lot. In LA and San Diego County, because Mexico is right there, that Mexican heritage, stayed pretty close within those cities. And like us Chicanos up north, it kind of changed for us. You'll see less Mexicans speaking Spanish and more Mexicans being Christian than Catholic up north.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
That's cool though. You know what? I guess that makes you more closer to your roots if you think about it. I mean, that's how I would look at it.
In a way. Yeah. I mean, so like, well, I like to try to get to us Mexicans who don't speak Spanish then, to hopefully we'll be able to possibly get over that image quicker, is what I'm assuming, possibly.
Oh yeah.
Because,
definitely.
because we didn't grow up with that mentality, bred on us. But I mean, yeah, man. I mean, out here, it's just for me doing this. I'm just a one man band. Besides my uncle, besides my uncle that you've seen in my other videos, like he'll go out with me if I'm doing something or try to help me out. Cause I hopefully got some events coming up that I'm trying to go to. So hopefully I'm able to make those. I had events last month, but because of the family issue that went on, I wasn't able to make the Black Lives Matter protests that were going on out here. But man, there's more events, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make events and record them in my town. That's what's going on. Let people know what's going on in the Sacramento region that I live on. People are protesting out here and stuff.
That's real good. Yeah, I see at the Sacktown protest.
Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy, man. I was nervous though. I was nervous. I didn't want to get caught in no crowd and then people start shooting, and I was just trying to observe on the outside.
Yeah. I see that y'all got all excited too. That was cool.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Parades were in the house. That was real cool. I wish I could have been there, man.
Yeah.
I wish I could have been there.
Yeah, we actually met Nawi from the Mexica movement and a couple and two other guys from the Mexica movement. Yeah.
Oh wow.
They drove up here from LA. I even donated a couple of dollars so they could have gas money. And I got to meet Nawi and we took a picture and all that together. So it was pretty cool.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That dude is crazy. I be seeing him. He just walks right up to people, bro. I be seeing him at them protests, like for immigration protests.
Yeah.
He be walking right up to them dudes protesting. Talking about, the history, stuff like that. It's really cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. He's brave.
Yeah. That makes me next time want to go in the crowd more a little bit. If I do some recording.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, I would.
That'd get you
Yeah.
That'd get you a lot of people.
Yeah,
like
it's all about me getting comfortable being out there like that. It could get pretty serious, especially with nowadays people could just start shooting at those events and stuff.
Oh yeah, they bring out the freaking SWAT team and shit.
Yeah.
Tear gas and all that. That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's a good thing.
Yeah, other than that, I'm just solo. Like, I've asked people, if they wanted to get on this, and, some people just don't want to put in the work of trying to educate or...
It's a lot of work.
Or organization. Like, we got each other on Facebook, and, like, sometimes I do post just for a social experiment. So what I've noticed is that anytime I put anything educational, like, there's no reaction. But when I post something about a lowrider or a cholo, the Chicanos are gonna react, or
Yeah, that's how it is. But don't think just because you don't get reactions that they see that shit. So.
Yeah, I know they see it. It's just all observing. That's why I do it, just to observe.
Yeah.
Wait.
See how they take it, right?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. But yeah, hopefully I could just say I got hopefully some events coming up that I'm gonna go do. The one man stand, just me, or my uncle will be there though. He'll be the cameraman for me, so I could just say hopefully I'm able to make those. But
that'd be great.
Yeah.
I wish I could make those, man. Out here in South Carolina, it's a desert, bro. Ain't
Yeah.
nobody, there ain't no protests down here or nothing like. Not that I've seen anyway.
Yeah.
I know we had some shootings lately. I don't even remember what. Nowhere near me. I don't really go out and explore and shit. But yeah, man, that's a good thing you're doing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm trying to mix it up. Be outside and inside, trying to do it all. Get interviews, give my thoughts, go record protests,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
I'm hopefully too,
For sure.
I got events in mind, social experiments that I want to go do at myself, you know. So yeah, that's all.
What kind of social experiments? What kind of social experiment you trying to do?
All right, I'll just say one. Hopefully, I am. I don't like to say them in case I don't do them, but I will say, like because we got the new King Stadium out here, and so like I
Okay.
wouldn't mind going with a sign asking. There's a lot of people that saying it's not, it's worth it and it's not worth it. They're mad. Some people are mad about the mayor putting so much effort into building and keeping the Kings Stadium, uh, instead of
Right.
instead of putting all that effort, into the city and education of the people and the homeless. But people say, it's gonna bring revenue to the city, it's gonna help that. But in reality, I mean, we know it's not really gonna help that much. It's not gonna, you know. I mean, I get
That's
what.
gonna bring net revenue. It ain't gonna bring nobody, living in the communities no revenue. I mean,
Yeah,
unless you actually go and get employed, by
yeah,
people that are working on this, you know what I mean, the arena or whatever
yeah,
it is. It ain't gonna benefit you guys. I mean, that's how it is though. That's how it
yeah,
always is. They always put money into stupid shit like that while
yeah,
the infrastructure is crumbling. That's how
yeah,
it always is.
yeah. I mean, because you put so much effort into this, why can't we put so much effort into putting that $550 million instead of to the stadium and to the schools automatically? Because education does bring money to the city, not just sports teams. Educated
Yeah,
people and a healthy city is actually better, and it will accomplish quicker than a sports team arena. you
absolutely.
know but in reality, people don't really take the time to sit down and really observe. I understand it's cool to have the new arena. I mean, I understand that's a cool thing. But then I also understand, why that guy threw a pie in the Sacramento mayor's face, because he said, he should have put he should have put, all this effort into, really helping the people. You know, it's about the effort. People put the effort into sports and standing into line for Jordans, but not really looking at the problem that we could fix at hand. Let's get people. This guy who donated to the stadium. What if you got him to donate that money to the city instead? Let's be the first people to re-engineer a city instead of a sports team. You know, I know you understand what I'm saying.
Absolutely, absolutely, man. That's the way. You know what? That's no either. That's the whole country's like that, bro.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
whole country's like that. They rather worry about sports teams. I mean, like they just brought a team to Los Angeles, a football team, because we
yeah,
we never had well, we had the Raiders, but then they moved to Oakland, and
yeah,
now they brought the Rams. I think
yeah. The
the
Rams are
St.
going
Louis
back.
Rams or something like that. To LA.
Yeah,
They spent millions of dollars, and that same money could have been used to helping the homeless over there. The
exactly.
homeless and
Yeah,
the infrastructure, and that's the whole country, man. That's the way it is.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that's
That's the way
why
it is.
individuals like like me or you, we just gotta connect with each other, link up, and push stuff like this out there. Yeah, man.
Absolutely,
Yeah. I mean, you what up? You got anything you want to say?
man. Just keep doing what you do, Rudy. You know what I mean? Famous wolf, lone wolf. You're
Yeah.
by yourself out there,
Famous.
man.
Yeah.
I'm the lone crow out here.
The
You're the
Lone
lone
Crow.
wolf. I'm the lone crow.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Man,
actually, I hear you, Wabbin.
what's up?
Now, I was gonna say
Go
though,
ahead.
my name, Famous Wolf, it's not nothing that I made up personally. Like, man, I want to call myself Famous Wolf. It's It's actually, in a way, I was born famous Wolf already because my name Rudy is a German name, and I don't know if you know Rudy. Rudy comes from Rudolph, but my name's not
Oh,
Rudolph. My name on my birth certificate is Rudy, but because Rudy comes from Rudolph, Rudolph in German means famous wolf. So I'm actually,
wow, you learn something new every day.
it's my legit name. It's nothing I like. I want to be called famous wolf, and that's the name I picked. I looked up what my name Rudy meant, and it comes from German background, and it means wolf fame.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
You learn something new every day, man. I didn't even know that. That's real
yeah,
cool. That's real cool.
yeah,
Shit, my name's just Eduardo. Everybody's always called me Eddie my whole life.
yeah,
Eddie, Easy E, Eddie. But
yeah,
yeah, ain't nothing, I don't got no, yeah, I don't know what my name means. Just Eddie, Eduardo,
yeah,
whatever.
yep. But yeah, man. I mean, it was good to be able to record this. Hopefully, the recording goes good and it sounds all good.
Yeah, yeah, man. It's about time. I know we've been kind of talking about this for a minute, man. It's about
Yeah,
time we finally did it. I know we're 3 hours apart, so I know our schedules conflict, but we
yeah,
gotta do this again sometime.
yeah. Hopefully, next time I'm gonna look up on what you did, and so I could just record it straight on the computer instead of having to hold the phone up.
Yeah, man.
But yeah,
Definitely. I mean, like I said, I have a Chromebook. I have a Chromebook. You have a Dell, so I know yours is